All right, let me tell you my story. A story that begins at a time when I was young and thought I had everything figured out. But man, was I wrong. Looking back, I can't help but smile at the absurdity of it all. The years, the encounters, the highs, the lows, everything just came together in a way that I could never have predicted. It all started back when I was 22, a time when the world seemed full of endless possibilities, yet everything felt uncertain. I had just left college, thinking I was on the verge of something big. I was trying to make sense of life, but what I didn't know at the time was that the biggest thing I needed to figure out was love. I'll never forget the first time I met her. It was at an airport, the kind of place where life's paths cross without any warning. She was this whirlwind, vibrant, and full of energy, with an effortless charm that just caught me off guard. She was everything I wasn't. I was organized, serious about my career, while she was spontaneous, a free spirit, always looking for the next adventure. But somehow, when our eyes met, I felt this spark. I know, it sounds cliche, but that's what it was. Something about the way she smiled at me, so genuine, made me feel like I had to know her. Like there was something about this moment that I couldn't let slip away. That day, I had a flight to catch, and she was there, waiting for hers, just standing beside me. And we started talking. At first, it was just small talk. You know, the usual stuff, where I was going, why she was flying, that sort of thing. But then, somehow, the conversation deepened. She was talking about her life like it was a series of little stories, each one more exciting than the last. I, on the other hand, was a little reserved, hesitant to share too much. Yet, she made me feel comfortable, like I could let my guard down. It was easy, too easy. We ended up talking for hours, and before we knew it, time just slipped away. When I finally had to board my flight, it felt like an eternity had passed, even though we'd only just met. I never thought I'd see her again, but I couldn't stop thinking about her. Something about her stuck with me. It wasn't love, not at that moment, but it was something, a connection, an unspoken understanding, like we had crossed paths for a reason. Months went by, and I moved on with my life. I focused on work, moved into a new apartment, started meeting new people, and dated a few people here and there. But it never felt quite right. I kept thinking about her, wondering if she'd think of me too, if she ever looked back at that day at the airport and smiled like I did. And then, out of nowhere, she called. My heart skipped a beat when I saw her name on the caller ID. It had been a few months since we had met, but hearing her voice again felt like a reminder that life doesn't always go according to plan. She was in town for a few days and wanted to meet up. I couldn't say no. I was nervous, but I was also excited. I hadn't stopped thinking about her, and here she was, asking to meet again. We met at a cafe, and just like before, the conversation